Good morning, scholars. Today is Friday, May 15th, 2020. This week we've been focusing on our hard and soft G sounds, and we've also been talking about dialogue. Let's take a look at those hard and soft G sounds. Let's start with our soft G sounds. Remember, a soft G says J, like in the word giraffe. And we've been focusing on some spelling patterns we know that usually make that soft G sound, like GI. So when a word starts with GI, it usually makes a J sound, like in the word giraffe or giant, or in the middle of a word like magic. We also have the spelling pattern GE. Words like gel or gem or genie or germ, they start with a GE and they say J, a soft G. We also know that the GY sound usually makes that soft G sound. The words like gypsy and gymnastics start with GY. And we also know that we can end words with a soft G. When they end in a GE, we know that they're going to say J, like in the word huge or damage or sponge. It could also end in DGE to make that soft G sound. Words like fridge or dodge or badge end with the DGE. Scholars, we also have words that make hard G sounds, like in the word game. They say G. We know that words that start with a GA usually make that hard G sound, like gas or gallop, or we said like the word game. Words that start with GU also make the hard G sound. Guitar. I'm trying to think of some others. Words that start with a GO also make a hard G sound. Words like gorilla, goat, goggles, hard G. Now remember, scholars, when we have a consonant blend, they generally use that hard G sound as well. Words that start with GL, such as glasses or gloves, make a hard G, G. Words that have the consonant blend GR also make that hard G sound. Grin, green, grass, grapes. All right, scholars, remember today when you're taking a look at your words, you're going to be separating them out by hard G and soft G. Now, today in dialogue, scholars, I want to talk about how we write dialogue when we're writing a paragraph. Here's something I said this morning when we started. Today is Friday, May 15th. Mrs. Moseley said. That's me. I said it. Now, when we're writing about it, we want to take time to think it's a different part of the speech when somebody says it. That dialogue that someone says is different than when we talk about who said it. We're going to be using quotation marks. So when I read this sentence, today is Friday, May 15th, Mrs. Moseley said, I'm going to think, what are the words that I said? When we started this morning, I said, today is Friday, May 15th. So I'm going to write quotation marks around the words that I said. Today is Friday, May 15th. Now, whenever we have a sentence like that, this could be a sentence all by itself. Today is Friday, May 15th. Instead of putting a period here at the end of that sentence, I'm going to put a comma. When I'm writing dialogue, I take the word someone said and I put quotation marks around the word someone said, the dialogue. And then I put a comma in between the words that were said and who said it. Let's read the sentence again. Today is Friday, May 15th, Mrs. Moseley said. We'll take a look at some other examples because we also someone could also ask a question. This question says, did you brush your teeth? Mom asked. You notice it ends with a period. That's because the question isn't the entire sentence. It's the dialogue that is being spoken by Mom. Let's look. What did Mom ask? She said, did you brush your teeth? Do you hear the question there? The question isn't, ending after it says mom asked, it's ending after did you brush your teeth? So we're going to put a question mark there. That's the question. When we use dialogue, we put punctuation in the middle of sentences because it's the actual words that are being spoken by someone. Did you brush your teeth is what mom asked, so that's what we're going to put quotation marks around. Let's read it again. Did you brush your teeth? Mom asked. There's a question mark in between the question that's being asked and mom who asked the question. So the words, the dialogue that mom spoke are, did you brush your teeth? But mom asked it. Sometimes we can also have things like people yell or exclamations. It's something that someone doesn't just say or ask, they're yelling, and we want people to know that. Let's look at this example. There's a fire, the man yelled. You can see we ended it with the whole sentence with a period, but there is an exclamation, something that is being yelled in the sentence. Let's look at what the man yelled. He said, there's a fire. We put an exclamation point there, and we take the words that the man yelled, there's a fire, and we're going to put quotation marks around it. The man yelled is outside of the quotation marks because it's not the words that are being said. Remember that just the words that are being said have the quotation marks around them, and we have to use some kind of punctuation to show how it's being said. If it's a question mark, we're going to put a question mark inside the quotation marks. If it's being yelled and it's an exclamation, we'll put an exclamation point inside the quotation marks. If it's just being said, we already have a period at the end, so we'll put a comma inside the quotation marks. All right, scholars, we're going to be practicing this today. You're going to be seeing some sentences where you're going to add punctuation. Have an awesome day of learning.